Ebusion for aha Ghana 7 TVGH. Mesro like a comment, subscribe with no notification so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded, you know. Ebusion for MPP4 near break. Hey, Ghana penny, Ghana. I can't wait to see what is going to happen in 2029. So MPP4 about back to power. I cannot just wait because Ebusion for one thing I sure say any easy. 2029 any easy. Now NPP4 be more social media. Omabeti warning ama papa Archbishop Duncan Williams. Our Osofo Penny Action Chapel International. Now warning and they say Comfort Philly says some of the statements Archbishop have been making, including say I said there is a view say or ye bias kakra towards NDC. And wabekasa about some third term for John Mahama and all those things. And na man Comfort be brave bufuye because ye believe he say or no or ye Osofo Penny power charismatic movement mu Ghana. And the Osofo be brave and say. And he say or no sorry because I say ma ebe affect other pastors also to follow in that line. Now, Mboyan democracy, essence say our constitution only gives way for everyone to go for 2 terms. Now, okasa in that conversation, Yekoti Enzo say, not knowing, no, apparently, allegedly, Archbishop, no, oni EOCO anyan semba kumienubi about cars, be auto, see some of the cars, taxes, nunya manyama, se papers, nunya right, and all those. And when you still developing story. Now, NPP social media for a catch the Archbishop say, look, 2029 say NPP back to power. Abronye. Or no, na NPP for bia be chairman say on be EOCO boss. EOCO boss. Now, say Abronye be EOCO boss there. The first project, say the first case out befa Archbishop Duncan Williams, ni cars, ni properties. Now, say, according to some man for social media, no sooner. She say and him say, Abronye, any Archbishop already know, there is some enmity in between them. I say, Abronye and Archbishop as him. And I say, Archbishop also a bompa tia Abronye. And he already know, and wo. And he said, beyond that, now, Fena. Ebia to me beba be share Abronye nsem there and then ye be see na better. But from the look of things there, say MPP back to power, Abronye ne be call EOCO. Na say Abronye call EOCO. Musio count. Say what say maba. Na build conditions be ambe hu no. Enye easy. Let's go and listen to social media for some of the things they were discussing. I'll see you in the next one. Don't go anywhere. Here, hi, Ghana 7 TVGH.
No so baby an cast no or duty or ye bia no or the receipt beba satam na Abronye small boy no na no ti EOCO ho e be ma Abronye adre wo mo a e be yo mo nwanwa Abronye do no na be ko EOCO me say 2028 Abronye na be ko EOCO ho yes na sa ayi kakaka na mo de no so an tum ti se de wa kum nipa be 1000 no ye de Duncan Williams nko na fu no because na fu so pa enkom ye de na hye no adai Ghana Mahamadia Ghana ye Mahamadia mo twetwama wontumi abasa ne asre na asem no mo fa enho ne mamra de kira danse mra mo sibu nibi na we UK ha se am se nka mine no we se ne fa ne sempo de me boni di impo no ka ye senke de ne betum kono kasa bedam because uni evidence na de ntina wotimi chi nipa no etreat ni bad sa egine niema nyina free ni nsam e freeze na accounts nyinara adai bone ben na chama wontumi aye bone ben chama wontumi na mo start se mo chi no na mo di nani no ene no Ghana nsuo no ate na Mahama dia me se ka me bompa ese nkansu ensu kase pa ento ono ne fie ho no mo pe nanka enyire fa ne fie ho nyinara entwe won na busua nyina anko no mo se de wiase te what I say etino Mahama de mon try third time no na me se ne NDC fo no kra no mudi na chi na ase edu nkatua kra na nya de obepene ase edu nkatia no kra no enya de obepene oman Ghana nye Mahama de a oman Ghana no enye Mahama ne na busuafo de o enye Mahama ne na busuafo de a enti de omo keka ene sa asofo bi na waba na ono nso no wae no ho otrofo asofo no a wo mu nyina agigi ska osuma ase no
na aya bede sei be na we twa ne bottom
na no asentre no momon try kura san concentrate no mo hihye no momon try ai na say endie omo pray ayi amamuo ni nyina na omo pom ba bi ntina eno na ayi bi ametie ye ewo YouTube me fu ye no omo pom ba bi ntina na say omo hihye constitution no omo hihye na say e baso dia ene Mahama na no bebu o man no NDC for dia NDC for dia
akwama ni sika
amamu obai
ya akwama ni sika
enya adwuma me so ma ni sika kwa emfa
aye ko se be ba ye twa no bottom
ya na so dai no on be hye no pa me se one day won re ya wo ye na Ghana fo ani bre a me se one day omo wa so dem ho na mafo kotutu petro agu ho atwa ho ahia atwa jatum me na me ka kire wo de omo ye no omo de ani omo de omo hye Ghana fo abufuo de omo ye wo Ghana ho no atrofo asofo no omo hye Ghana fo abufuo sabe nya omo asofo na egu Ghana no enye omo nyina na ye azafo de nanso azafo na dɔɔso azafo ene dɔɔso enti nkwamhye na omo twetwa Mahama ho ahia omo di Ghana sika no Mahama no emfa nti we boto enchine makura na sano na me papa me nua be ma de okọ US na se an okasama MPP o nkasama MPP nko akura omo chi nu okatachie 2 o'clock or the letter free US 2 a.m. or the letter free US at the bread Mahama no say mon try na ono ane ho NDC foni bi e na amana yi mon try Mahama mon try na what try there one na busua ni nyina o mase be hye ti me so kakra me so me wa me kan no ini ba bia me wo so
yo ma bi me da say ada be kan no because Mahama onyima on kohwe the history Kwame Nkrumah nankasa the chief of staff crowd yini men on kohwe how Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown wona no wodi nechi wo gina waka ho no wo yini fi nti Mahama no o dagwa na meka de bibia na ano ebia no wenye loke ebia na Mahama no onye loke nti wo be fra na ebusuafo nyina enche Kwame ko na ebusuafo ti wo
maybe I'll check any mistake why you or the necessary kaka Ghana for you nu wa hwede se se wo ho
a no bo nsu de se wo ho obi aso ne ntuti
no fa mbe na ampa mesin person jatanesi maka de bio
yo mama bi me da say yakopon show was submission very great one and indeed head of bibia so bibia wa sibia so tap am hin bia yakopon show bless Dora out there se me nya yakopon show pa wo oya so enze ma permit then bro enzema etemenka enzema I busy a mombo wontra enzema all right back at enzema why busy inti enzema okay seba na a prompt mamem call oye prince apome yeah well ebusia ba kon yeah the pocha
yeah na me kasi akan kra na me kan Ghana unite
yeah pe see uncle yeah
I'm sure we need a big platform
4 years good what makes he said those things worst things that he said about Kisegebe worst things that he said things about Kufado, he said things about Bahumia said them nobody touched him. Then now all of a sudden, under the so-called new freedom, we're told that we are in the second independence. Under the so-called second independence, now that and we're told that the Akufo-Addo regime was oppressive. Under the new liberalized regime, Martin people cannot sit on air and speak his freedom of mind without the state arresting him.
The state didn't.
The state did. Kisi Ajabin was not the state. Hold on. He's the state.
You see,
Kisi Ajabin was not acting on his behalf as a personal lawyer.
No, he is the state.
He is the state.
It's not the state.
Powers he got are from the constitution.
And he abused the power.
It doesn't matter because he's acting on his capacity as the state.
No.
I want to make this. So this is what is happening. You see hypocrisy. Paul Adumoche was arrested by the same office. He went through the same, if not similar jail as you here. When it happened, you were here, you were giddy. You were happy that Paul Adumoche went to. I can show you, I can show you evidence. Look, you see, I'm saying this because this is what you said. No, please, you see, here's what I knew this would happen. I knew that when I begin to talk, I will not be allowed to flow. Let me flow. No, please, it's important. He said, no, that's the way I speak. Please, please don't do this. Let me talk. Please.
You made quite some comments.
Yes, look, Joy FM reports. Joy FM is reporting on the 1st of August 2025. Adumoche was misleading OSP when he said he had no property. Today, the same Joy is reporting, OSP demanding a landed property in my name before bail looked like a joke. When Paul was arrested here, nobody in Parliament got up and said that the office was being abusive. When Paul was taken away and denied the basic rights, nobody said anything. So are we saying that some people deserve it, others don't? Where is our sense of fairness? Where is our sense as a society to say that wrong is wrong and whether we shouldn't do it? If your idea is that Kwebu is better than Paul and that when it happens to Paul, it's okay, it's justified. But when it happens to Kwebu, it's not justified. What kind of society are we raising? What are we saying this? And so my point still remains. Look, both Martin and Paul are victims of a state that is increasingly trying what? Criminalize speech. They are victims of the state that is increasingly trying to, and all this is happening before the new law or cyber law, whatever law is yet to come. Imagine for a minute if that law passes. There's a people saying that if you go to the farm to fight for your wood, and you will see the stones burning, you do not stand there and ask what happened to the firewood. The stones are burning. If this state is arresting Paul Adumoche, if this state is arresting Martin Kwebu, the whole Martin Kwebu, then what do you think they will do to Jebunti? What do you think will happen to Jebunti? So look, either there are two things. I'm asking that if we engage in these debates, let us try to be a little bit fair. Tyranny in every form is bad. That's why I'm saying a threat to human rights anyway in any form is a threat to human rights everywhere. If we do not call back the state, look, what the OSP is doing is not different from what EOCO has done. No. What the OAP is doing is not different from all of them. They have all done that. They have all used. I'm asking, like you said, how do you take somebody for something and now you say landed property? I'm not a lawyer. I've never done it, but I'm asking, where is Martin Kwebu?
Mesro say, open photo shoot at the birthday and now the wedding pictures and I be via open quality pictures and need the whole clear contacting. Cam hacks. Now me send that screen is solo. And I say open funeral videos, open wedding videos. Who are brutally, who are Ghana, so what be your program? Not when you are to who ni mobia, obetra quality videos now quality pictures. They are contacting. Na man a good screen is solo. Cam hacks.
The political situation in Pandai right now, the Electoral Commission has set up a date for the rerun of the election. What do you make of it?
Well, thank you very much. To say the least, very, very disappointed in what is going on in our country. It looks like our institutions of democracy and our tenets of democracy are being undermined. The issue of Pandai with Matthew Nyindam is not a new issue in our democratic politics. You've had issues with Dana Bodakpi, you've had issues with Techi Kweston, in Asin, and basically you've had the House allow the court and the legal processes to take place and be exhausted before state institutions are stampeded into acting in ways that undermine democracy. Matthew Nyindam should be given his day in court. He has filed appeal processes at the High Court. He has filed for a judicial review at the Supreme Court. And none of those cases has been adjudicated. So why the rush? Why the indecent haste? I think that he's being railroaded. I think that this undermines our institutions of democracy. I think that we should take a halt to these processes and allow him to have his day in court, just as others have done in the past. The House has never really rushed in this way when it came to the other cases. What is the difference with the case of Matthew Nyendam? I think it should not be this case. I think we should uphold the tenets of democracy. Democracy is something precious that we've all had and we've all subscribed to. When you start undermining its pillars, you break it down, and the consequences for the nation are very severe. And so simply because you have power, you shouldn't feel that you can ride roughshod over your opponents and over the principles of democracy. And so I stand with the principles that are being espoused by the minority in Parliament, and they're doing a good job at it, and we want to support all the principles that they are fighting over in this particular case. Thank you very much.
Thank you.